Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mr. Nimitz. And this year, we're really excited we get to start band in 4th and 5th grade. And you know what? This is so low, I don't even need it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, and we invited the Brian McBand High School Band. This isn't all of them, okay? But these are the guys that really come. These are some of our most committed. Are you all seniors? Yeah. Yep. These are the seniors, all right? So next year, they're going to college. Hopefully. And we also invited Mr. Sechi. Mr. Sechi is the band director and music guru for Brian McBand High School and helps us out all over Norwalk. So let's get a man for that. And we also have Mr. Allman over here, and he's our strings teacher for 3rd, 4th, 5th grade and band for 6th and 7th grade. So he's a busy man. Right? Oh, okay, yeah. So one of the things I need to talk to you about is, well, raise your hand if you did strings last year. Okay? So that's a lot of you. All right, we run a big program here. Now, you are not allowed to do band and strings. And I know most of you were really working hard to bettering yourselves in the strings, right? So if you really love strings, I really want you to stick with strings. Is that understood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially you 6th graders, 5th graders, 4th graders, you worked, you worked really hard. All right? If you are not planning on doing strings anyway this year, or you've never done strings, those are the people that we want for band. Is that understood? Hold up. All right. If you already know you don't want to do band, I still want you listening to all of this and clap when appropriate. So, do you guys have a song that you want to play? Yeah. Why don't you play that? So these guys are so talented and maybe so bored that they don't just play one instrument, they play multiple instruments within the band. It's pretty cool. They're much more talented than I am. Don't scare the children. Okay, so what we're going to do, you guys can take 5 for now. I'm going to talk to you about the purpose of why we're here and about the band program in general for the 4th and 5th grade. 6th grade, it's going to be a little bit different for you. Mr. Ullman and I are still figuring things out for that, okay? So the reason why you're here is to show you the instruments and talk to you about the program. It is a commitment to do band, just like it was with orchestra. You will be pulled out during class for 40 minutes, about 3 times a month, okay? And all your teachers, well, most of your teachers are here. Whenever you're pulled out of class, you are responsible for the homework that you missed. Is that understood? Yeah. Yeah. And so you also need to make sure that you are practicing about 15 to 20 minutes a day. These guys practice more than that, right guys? Yeah, because the better you get, believe it or not, the better you get, the more you have to practice. Because the more responsibilities that you have. But the better you get, the music gets better. It's a lot cooler. Okay? The lessons that we do, if in a perfect world, if you do flute, you'll only be with a flute player. So if you do clarinet, only with clarinet players. If you do saxophone, same thing. So it's called homogeneous grouping. Can you say that? Homogeneous? Homogeneous. So homogeneous means only one kind. Heterogeneous, can you all say heterogeneous? Heterogeneous. Very good. Heterogeneous means that a bunch of different groups would be together. So if we have a small band lesson with just one kind of instrument, what is that? Homogeneous, right? If we have a rehearsal with all of these guys, what's that called? Heterogeneous. Those rehearsals, those happen closer to when we have a concert. And we're not going to do a concert like we did last year with strings and all that. What we're going to do is we're going to do a concert at the end of the year only. Okay? There might be some chances to share at all school meeting, just like you would with any other performing group. The way you get the instruments. No Costco. No eBay. All right, no Craigslist. If you have an instrument already, I need to see it first. Especially, I mean, with the trombones and the baritones and trumpets, it's pretty easy to tell right away if it's going to work or not. The woodwinds, like the saxophone, I have to take a lot of time to make sure all those pads are working, and if there is a problem, what the problem is. I don't do you do repairs on woodwinds yourself? He's a brave man if you do that. Yeah. So, send all your broken instruments to this section. No, don't do that. Okay, so if you're borrowing an instrument from a family friend, or you already have one, I need to check it out before you can do it. The other thing, another way to get your instruments is to rent them from the local music stores. Eventually, you will get a form that shows all the music stores where you can get these instruments. They all have different prices. They all have different things that they offer. So I can't tell you all of those. You have to find that out yourself. Is that understood? All right. Some other things that you need to get is the book. It's a lot different than the string book that we're doing. Mr. Ullman, just so you know, 6th grade strings will still be using essential elements. But the band uses standard of excellence because that's the Norwalk standard. That's what we do. Woodwinds. Woodwinds, you need to get a box of reeds. Reeds do not last forever. All right? They're made out of wood. And you'll see how we make some sounds for the saxophone and the clarinet. But these are, it's like a pencil. Do you have a pencil forever? No. Eventually it breaks, right? Well, most of you eventually, you probably use it before it breaks. So. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's how you get the instruments. You buy the books, you don't rent them. You buy the reeds, right? You don't rent them. If you look, there's mouthpieces, trombones, brass. When you hold up your mouthpieces, those come with the instrument. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay? Pretty easy.
I assume I'm not even going to get spot here, but I'm going to assume that yeah. I know she's a great teacher. I know actually all the teachers here are great. I'm sure somewhere along the line you were introduced to different musical families, different instruments. How many of you by hand, not mouth, by hand, heard of the woodwind instruments? Okay, cool. How many of you by hand, not by mouth, heard about the brass instruments? Okay, cool. Sure, you put your hands up and you tell me the truth. And how many of you by hands going up, not mouths again, heard about the percussion? Okay, then put your hands down. So everybody in this room, if you play strings, obviously it's a string band. And how do you get it to sound on the string instrument? By either bowing or plucking, right? Yeah? We all play string instruments, you told me that. Okay. So how do we make a sound on a woodwind instrument? And everybody here can be a woodwind player by blowing. All you have to do is this, kind of basically a very free term. You just go. Everybody do that? You're all flute, clarinet, alto saxophone players. How many of you do this? Get your lips together for brass instruments. Put them real tight together. Make a silly face like me. How many of you can try to get the air through without spinning on the guy next to you? Can you do that? Now you're all brass players. How many of you can do this? Now this. You're all percussion.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Mr. Sedgwick. It was awesome. Right. That's all it took for the spot. All right. Now, the school has a very limited number of instruments that we own. and you really want to do band, and you talk to your parents about it, say, you know what, I really want you to do it. I just don't have the money. Well, what I want you to do is either have them contact me or you contact me, or even your classroom teacher, consult them about that. Don't tell your friends or anything like that. It's a private conversation. And we'll see what we can do in order to get an instrument in your hands. Okay? Make sense? All right, so that's our program in a nutshell. So what I'd like to do now is to invite, what's your name? Kyle. We're going to invite Kyle to come up and do some demonstrations of what the woodwind sound like. Are you the only woodwind player with us?
All the
today?
woodwind examples going forward. Now this is only some of the instruments. Okay, that are in the band. We're going to offer for
That's
elementary.
the one in one case.
Some instruments we're not going to offer until you get to middle school. All right, so just be very clear. But in the elementary school, they offer flutes. Yeah. I went to.
What elementary school? He heard how amazing. He heard how amazing the high school band program was, and that's why he.
So we talked about the woodwind instruments, and again, what was the sound? If you're paying attention, what do they have to do? They have to blowing air to their instrument. So here's the flute, here's the clarinet, here's the alto saxophone. Can you play? So you can just demonstrate these. Cool. And many kids take up the flute. Then we have the clarinet.
Yeah, we're going
Clarinet.
order.
Clarinet. All right, and this is Kyle. Kyle went where? And where did Kyle go to elementary school before? Rowayton. And Kyle, who also went to Rowayton, is going to demonstrate the alto saxophone. We have not offered tenor saxophone, if you know what that is, or baritone saxophone until we get to middle school, so 23, okay? So that is the woodwind instruments that you can start, okay? You have the brass instruments next. How do we make a sound on a brass instrument? We buzz, right? The whole thing, right? The first one we have is the trumpet. We already introduced Dan. He's going to play the trumpet. Now, before he has to blow, now he has to buzz into the mouthpiece to get a sound on the trumpet. Go ahead. Next, we have the French horn. Hi, my name is.
Hello, my name is Evan. I work for Fox Road.
concert baritone horn, and we have a marching baritone horn. Come on up, gentlemen, introduce yourself, please. Hi, my names are.
Hi, I'm Ben. I went to Weston Elementary School, which you probably know about. This is a marching baritone. You would only play this in high school marching band, but as far as what you will be playing, if you do choose to be baritone, you'll be playing concert.
My name is Mike. I went to Foxton Elementary School, and this is a concert baritone. Like Ben said, we would play this in a concert band set.
They look different, but they're played exactly the same. Ben, if you could play something. Did they sound the same to you? No. Okay, well, believe me, it sounds the same. All right, so we're going over. My first job was fourth grade band. So I totally expect I was there 20 years. So we had the woodwind instruments by blowing the sound. We had the brass instruments by buzzing the sound. Now we have the percussion instruments, and we have the pick, strike, a sound. And in elementary school, you're offered a couple choices. They're not going to look exactly like this, but we have what's called a snare drum. Again, it's not going to look like this, but we have what's called a bass drum. And we also have over here, which looks, it's called a glockenspiel or bells. Glockenspiel or bells. And again, they have to hit the instrument to create sound. Why don't we just demonstrate about the snare first, okay? All right, we have the bass drum. We haven't introduced Coach Sway yet.
My name is Coach Sway. I went to Springdale Elementary School in Stamford, Connecticut, and I'm going to be.
And finally, you want to know Michael? He is going to be doing the glockenspiel bells over there.
So, boys and girls, what I'd like to talk to you about next. Let's see if our percussionists understand. What I want to talk to you about next, please listen, is this info packet. It's just like when we did third grade strings. This is to let your parents know that you're interested in doing band. Okay? What you need to do is detach this part right here and you put your name, your grade, and your room number, and then you're going to check your first and second choice of instruments, because what we want to have is a balanced group. Also, these instruments, just like Mr. Setchin said, anybody can play it, right? But the instrument that's easiest for you is going to be the instrument that you want to practice. And then, all right? So, depending on your personality or whatever, you might like saxophone and trombone or something like that. So then the other band directors and I will come back in about 2 weeks and will come let you try out your first choice and second choice. Let's see how you do.
Now, not everybody, and every see with your eyes, okay? Not everybody is going to be a percussionist.
That's true. Okay.
How do you want to handle that? First come, first serve? How do you-
What we're going to be doing is in these music interviews, there's going to be a series of things. If you're doing woodwind, you're going to have to try to get a sound on the instrument. Brass, try to get a sound on the instrument. Percussion, we're going to have some rhythm things that you have to do and keep a beat. So that's how we're going to be doing that. All right. Also, if you are going to do percussion, you don't just do snare, you don't just do bass drum, you don't just do bells. You do all three. So if you want to do band and you already play piano,
Please excuse this interruption. Miss Michelle, can you please come to the office? Thank you.
like I was going to say, if you want to do band and you already play piano, I think percussion would be a really good choice for you. Although, again, the easiest instrument is the one you're going to want to practice. These permission slips are due back on September 18th. It's a really important day. Do you know why? It's my birthday. It would be the best birthday present for you guys to bring in those permission slips on time. Then, the week after that, we will get together during specials and we will try out those instruments, and then you'll get your assignment of your instrument. I really, really hope that everybody gets their first choice, but that might not be it. Another thing on the back of this is an info packet. Frequently asked questions about band, and it covers all the stuff that I just talked about. Is that understood? All right. So before we finish up, this is how we're going to do this. I'm going to give piles of these permission slips to each one of these guys. So we're going to have, this is Mr. Singari's. Mr. Singari's class will go to Ben. And then, whose class is this? This is Miss B's class. It's going to go to Mike. And then whose class is this? Miss Lake's class will go to Evan. And then who do we have? Miss Tim's class, where are you? All right, Miss Tim's class will go to Dan. All right, and then who do we have? Miss Holmer's class will go to Josue. Who do we have left? Mr. Pierce's class will go to Kyle. And then one more, who am I missing? Miss Corona's class will go to Eliana. Is that understood? That's only the people that were interested in doing band. If you are not interested in doing band because you're in strings, just sit tight for now. Is that understood? And then we'll dismiss by class. You got it? Anything else in this session?
I want to appreciate you guys being a great audience. Again, get involved with music. If not strings, then definitely band.
What do we all say to Mr. Session and Brian McMahon Band?
All right. The only thing, the problem is wait until it's I know you can go. All right, why don't you, over here.